Welcome back to the 5K. Of course, we have 5,000 pro points per player on the winning team being awarded today. Those pro points helping seed you for the X Games event at the start of June. But on top of that, there's over $9,000 on the line for this tournament. First place gets a bonus $3,000 from the Elmendorf group over at First Home Mortgage. I'm Chris Puckett, joined by Gandhi and Maven, and we are in the round of 32 right now. TK looking to close out against Skyline, but Skyline took the first game, so whoever wins this takes the entire series and moves on. Can Skyline pull this off, Scott?
It's going to be very close. I was actually just talking to Maven about that in the commercial break. I was like, with theory, TK was very, very good at Freight Blitz, but I don't think we've really seen him play much with Apathy, just because, one, they weren't at Niagara, and before that, it was the 2Ks, and sometimes, Freight Blitz, we may not watch that match, so I'm not sure. Obviously, TK is going to bring a lot of pressure. They're very, very good on the objective, but, based on Sovereign Dom, which was, all about gunfights, Skyline definitely has a chance.
I'm looking through kind of the loadouts for all 8 players. Looks like we're going to see 2 Vectors, 2 MTARs for TK with, it looks like that's going to be Apathy carrying the stun and the frag grenade. On the other side, we got Mizuno, T-Fly, Invader, and Fizzer also sticking with, it looks like a Semtex, some smoke action. I don't know who's going to get this one off the break. That's kind of the original fight. The initial map control battle is going to be huge. TK falling, and it looks like Fizzer's got an opportunity for an early capture if he keeps moving forward.
Dan Fizzer's, he's just got to win one-on-one battle, and down he goes. So just stopped a little bit shy, but TK just flooding in the base of Skyline, and they're going to put one on the board already.
I think they are set up for a second as Mizuno ran by another player. So if you're looking at the minimap, TK has another guy in there. I think it's Apathy, so just like that. Yep, 2-0. All
right, guys, I'm just going to be constantly swapping over to the players trying to go through. Neslo could not stop that capture from Mizuno. So 2-1 lead for TK in the early minute. However, Mizuno starting to heat up 3-1 with the capture, looking for his 5th point towards his score streak bonus.
Yeah, and a lot of people just feel very comfortable with the Vector with the red dot. I mean, I know there's a lot of people at home like, oh, what's the difference between the Vector and, the MTAR? Well, I think it just comes down to a comfort thing, man, from everyone we've talked to at least.
Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers. Obviously, you can kind of base it on the headshot modifier and the damage, how many exact bullets it takes. But yeah, it seems like we've really, after the fall of the Bison, a lot more players are starting to use the Vector here. And especially at Niagara, I swear, I think it was more people using the Vector than really using the MTAR now.
Yeah.
Goonjar still threatening for another capture, 4-1. And an enemy did go through, so 4-2 as that capture comes through by Invader. But Goonjar looking to go through again, gets the call out, gets the kill and the capture. TK with control of the map, and I think that's been the difference maker. Apathy patrolling this center with Sharp.
Yeah, and this is a great job. If you look at the minimap, too, you have Neslo, who basically was controlling white, which was forcing Skyline to spawn back crates, and that's exactly what you want on a Neslo, is just stay positioned and just kill things in front of you.
Yeah, and it's this Apathy and Goon duo today. I mean, they're the ones that really stepped it up in the S&D, and you can see already, 8-2 and 8-4 for those 2 members right now. So they are gelling together very well right now.
A cap will sneak through on the far side again from Fizzer, but with every capture, you see an answer back from Team Kaliber. Goonjar going for another big move. Picked up 2 kills, a 3rd one behind the dumpster. Waits for it, gets it. But, Goon is not going to be going down. He is continuing to crush. 12-4, now 12-5. Falls just short of that capture. But Goon on his host is starting to get heated up, my friends.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask if it was Goon's host because those shots were very, very crisp.
Yeah.
Not every day you see that.
Well, yeah, I think he got, 4 or 5 kills just kind of in their base there, but it didn't really turn into any caps because he wasn't able to pick up that last kill, and none of his players were able to rotate back to rally for that one. So good pressure there. Kept them, kept Skyline off of their base, but not able to turn that into caps, unfortunately.
Constantly, I've seen Skyline push from the underground. That's causing some trouble. Fortunately, they had a 3rd defender in the base to prevent the capture. And now Sharp and friends, though, are pinned up inside of Owens, Invader, and crew, trying to figure out how to break in.
Yeah, and really right now, I mean, TK, what they're trying to do is just kind of wind it down here, try to get control of their base because they don't know if they have accounted for all the members of Skyline. They're not sure if all of them are alive or if one's sneaking in their base. So they just try to slow it down, get numbers, and then evaluate their push from there.
Last pushed up player's T-Fly here, guys. Keep your eyes on him.
Oh, I'm on him.
But this is, I mean, you got to be pretty happy if you're Skyline right now. You're only down 2 caps, and really, I mean, this was not a good start for them. Apathy and Goon were just kind of slicing through them at the beginning, but it's still pretty close. And, you know, I'm not really sure, you know, teams kind of prefer different sides in this one, so it could play out completely different on the flip.
Yeah, listening to Miracles on the commentary, you know, a lot of the casters, we always say that attacking with the lumber as your home spawn is the ideal one. Miracle seems to think it's having the beer side, the freight side, which is preferred. So a lot of different preferences from different play styles, but I'm pretty impressed with the way that this Skyline crew is playing, and I'm a little bit worried for TK because once TK kind of got knocked off their initial strategy, they fell apart very quickly. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's 6-7, 30 seconds, and if you're looking at your mini-map, to be honest, Skyline's not in the worst of positions. TK has a guy who's trying to sneak in, and that's going to be Neslo, and Neslo's just going to get caught. So 21 seconds here. This is looking very good for Skyline going into the second half.
T-Fly could cap this if he keeps moving. All the attention is on the middle of the map. He's got a clear goal. However, TK, only one player to beat as well. Fizzer gets the kill. The score goes through, and we're going to see a tie game, or will we? Gujar tries to push in. His teammate Neslo will get the capture. So TK with a capture with 2 seconds left on the clock. We'll make it a 1-point game, but this Skyline team is not going down without a fight. I like this crew.
Well, yeah, I thought they were going to kind of get run off the map there early on, but they did it. What was it, 5-1? Is that what they jumped out to?
I think so.
Yeah, so great job by them to be resilient and kind of bounce back in that one. But good final cap from TK. I think it was Goon there kind of taking all the fire for Neslo, and he was able to slide in there to at least maintain this 1-cap lead. But as us casters know, especially with Blitz, 1 cap in Blitz does not mean a whole lot.
No. Really, it's like 12 that means a lot. That's when you be like, okay, yeah, there's no way they're coming back.
Off the break, 2 members of TK going down. Goonjar trying to answer back. Gets 1, challenging the second, gets hit markers, no kill. Sharp's got to play defense, and already a tie game as Skyline all up inside the TK base, causing issues. Sharp cannot find the player. He's cut down. Fizzer trying to get the capture. He's got 1 more player to beat. Goonjar clutches it.
Go ahead, Mav.
Yeah, we both started speaking at the same time there. But yeah, it was a good break here for Skyline. I think they got 4 down for TK right off the bounce there and able to punch one in pretty much immediately. And Vader able to punch in another. So just like that, 2 early caps in the first minute here for Skyline, and they've taken the lead. I think it's their first lead in this one.
And this is where it starts to get scary. I mean, TK is all over their base. They should have a cap as they sneak 1 guy in here. And now Apathy is the last one up for them, and he just has to push out White. So these are big gun battles for Apathy.
Big win there. Can he get another one? Player behind the mid train. Apathy getting shot at, returns fire. Nice cover as well from up top. That was Neslo trying to cover. So Apathy and Sharp going up against Invader and T-Fly. Invader just capped another time.
Yeah, I was just about to say, that was good defense there by TK. You know, we saw, I think they got 3 kills between Apathy and Goon, but they still got 1 punched in. So it's still going to be a 1-cap lead here for Skyline. And we have 3.5 to play, so still a ton of time. And just looking at the mini-map here, you can see the members of Skyline are about to get pushed by TK here.
This is looking scary right now. TK, what TK needs to do is get control of the back lumber so they can start forcing the spawn to be back red. We haven't seen them do that yet once this game, Dave.
I love the patience from Apathy as well. Let his teammate go through, but is looking for spawns at lumber. Now going to go through to take the lead once again. Kaliber up by 1, but 3 minutes left to go. Apathy just saw a player. Can he chase this down? T-Fly caught just before rounding the corner. However, there is 1 more player. It looks like, who is that? It's going to be Fizzer coming in for the capture.
Oh, and I'll tell you what, on the flip side, I think it was Invader on defense, and it was a little bit of COD timing. Cross paths was 1 member of TK, didn't see him, and he hopped in for 1. The caps are just flying in now. I think TK's got 3 in the last 30 seconds here, so they've taken a 2-cap lead. Still a ton of time to play, but a little life out of TK as they hadn't scored in a little bit there.
Big defensive win by Mizuno. Now, base is clean for Skyline, trying to push through the middle. 3 players from TK on the attack. Mizuno falls, so does Invader. It's going to be up to Fizzer and T-Fly to play defense, and just like that, Team Kaliber capitalizing on their kills, able to capture again that one from Apathy.
Yeah, and this is very, very scary if you're Skyline. Skyline's basically trying to fall apart here. You see them getting completely away from what they were doing at the beginning of the game, which was pushing out crates, pushing in front beer, and at least sending one guy white. We haven't seen them do that at all, but they really haven't been able to because TK is actually winning their gun battles.
TK saw T-Fly, couldn't stop him. He goes through for number 12. There is a player from Team Kaliber about to score again. He will go through. I believe that was Goonjar. And I'm on board with Apathy. Apathy has snuck by everyone on this left side. He's coming in. Again, both teams trading like crazy. But TK, they know all we got to do is stay 1 point up and constantly rush that base.
Yeah, they're still up 3 here. It was a nice cap by Goons. He showed a lot of patience, but Skyline does punch in one more, so the lead narrows to 2. I think it's safe to say Goons enjoying playing on host, as he's probably going to break this 30 mark. He's got a minute left to go. He's at 27 right now.
Without a doubt, man. I would put big money on Goon to do that. There's one. Spots the second one up top. There's his free kill. And now he's got Apathy scoring on the left side once again. Actually, that time it was Sharp going through, but now Goon wants an 18th capture here for TK. I thought this one was going to be close. Skyline, though, in this final 2 minutes, falling apart. Can they keep it close? We have a capture coming in from Invader.
Yeah, and so this is going to be a 2 point, make that 3 points. So they have until basically 21 seconds to really get on their horse and start moving. But as you can tell, I mean, TK is doing exactly what they needed to do from the get-go, which was get control of their back lumber and force them to spawn over at red. And as they send another cap in here, that's just going to be the dagger in. And TK finally started to play like how we expected them to play.
So yeah, there was a lot of trading there on the back end, but they were able to, the closest they got, I think, was, 2 to 3 kind of over the last couple minutes there. Yeah. So TK did just enough to kind of keep a little bit of separation there and take this one home. So scary one for TK early on, but able to win the series.
Now, what was kind of crazy here is we saw the lead actually taken by Skyline in the first minute. They were up 10-9. TK scored 2 in a row. From there, they never let go of the lead. But Skyline, showing that there is a little weakness in TK's game right now. At least they can be contested throughout this tournament. Be interesting to see, can TK move on to another top 4 finish in this 5K?
You know, it's going to be tough. I mean, today, you know, TK, as bad as they want that money, there's a lot of other teams out there who want to just make it to X Games. And that factor alone is humongous.
That's what I think is tough. I mean, it's difficult to kind of bring that energy to especially when it's not a live event. You know, it's a little harder to kind of get that energy while you're by yourself playing in an online tournament. And that's what kind of makes me nervous for TK is, like Scott said, there's just teams that have a lot more on the line than they do right now. And I think that's why I kind of expect, you know, your SBs, your FaZe Blacks to really make it down the stretch because they're playing for so much more.
Oh, agreed.
All right, well, let's take a look at the bracket. I'll get that ready for you, Ron. Also, send us your tweets, guys. If you're watching the show right now, you have a favorite team in the 5K today, let us know. Who do you want to watch? I know a lot of tweets coming in asking us to cast the FaZe Black matches. Scott, what do you see in there?
That's actually a necessity, Puckett. I will leave today if we don't cast FaZe Black.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That's kind of what we're looking to cast.
Of course, Kaliber Fuse getting past Vex Revenge. They're one of the first teams into the top 16. Congratulations to them. Bad news, their next opponent might be Optic Nation. Also in the round of 16, we have 5K Warriors going past the pro points. FaZe Red has secured their spot in the top 16, also dropping a game. And you're going to see TK move on to play the winner of Orbit Pro and Justice. So some good round 4 matches here to come. What I'm looking forward to is what's going to happen in Envy's bracket. Will we see Envy versus Curse Black again? If you remember at UGC Niagara, this match went all the way to game number 5. Envy had to clutch it in that S&D. Curse Black not very happy about that loss. And Enable is a player, just like Formal at the start, a guy who I think is starting to come into his element, understands Call of Duty a bit more than when he started, could be a force to look out for today.
Oh, well, he is. I think he averaged like 25 kills in Respawn at Niagara, and then he had like a 1.12 or something like that kill death throughout the entire tournament. And for getting the placing that they did versus the teams they went against, he's good.
He seemed to be, and just, you know, this isn't like a knock on Curse Black at all. He just really, from at least what I watched at Niagara, was really their most consistent player. Like, you saw Mochila go off, you saw Tipsy go off, but then Tipsy really struggled Sunday. Yeah. He was kind of like they're just constant, going to get you kills. So that's pretty impressive for someone really new to the scene.
I like it. Well, I got an invite from our GB admin. I have no idea what game I'm jumping into. We're going to throw it to a 60-second commercial break. When we come back, Maven and Scott will get in the game as well. We'll bring you more games from the FHM 5K. Serious prize money on the line, as well as a trip to the X Games.